All right, good morning, everyone. And UAG are ready for disbursement. I think they have put their house in order and things in the right hole. I want you to pay attention and listen very carefully and see how this information can be of help to you. Subscribe to the update and most importantly, share this piece of information so that people can also be aware what is happening in the camp of UAG towards disbursement.
We thank the Lord for His goodness and His mercies over our lives. We thank the Lord for His blessings. We thank the Lord because of all our expectations that God is bringing to pass. And that gives me the confidence to bring you another updated content tonight. And it's an important update that we receive just this night concerning disbursement. Please pay careful attention to this. But meanwhile, before I drop that, I want to make us to realize that updates are very important at this time. And majority of updates we are receiving now are very intact. In other words, they are updates directly from a source that is reliable and the most proficient based on the trending matters at a time like this. So this particular update is going to be both UAAG, Theobarth and AGPGN. So whatever you get from this, if you subscribe to either of these three, then you should take your fill from there. This one says important grant update. It is confirmed that Theobarth would disburse to all his genuine subscribers in few days ahead. It is equally confirmed that AGPGN disbursement is taking place in few days ahead of us, and this is going only to their genuine subscribers. Meanwhile, the UAS/UAAG/Sanctuary Wealth Foundation Multipurpose Foundation grant is ready for disbursement in days ahead also, especially after the swift intervention of our legendary Mrs. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala. I think she should be more than a Mrs. right now. I guess maybe a doctor or professor or whatever. So she's a woman of great stature, very important personality there at a high echelon of power, and I think she's doing wonders. She has been a woman of noble character, and for her intervention, for quickly swinging into action concerning this, it's also a track record of it's a show that the woman has a track record of a clean slate, which has started a long time ago and is still intact up till now. So with a timely intervention, this grant is becoming a fruition. If she was to be corrupt like others, possibly she would have joined the fray to swindle this fund or sweep it under the carpet. But she said no, that's a murder. She said no, that's an influence. That this grant is expected to go to those that it is meant for. And of course, you know who this grant is meant for. They are the grassroots. They are the people that needed it, not the politicians. No, they don't need the fund. They just want to buy biscuit, and they could afford it. But they want to use your fund to buy biscuit for their girlfriends. What a shame. But Okonjo Ngozi-Iweala says no. You've had enough. Let the poor also breathe. Let the masses breathe. So it's a timely intervention that brought this to fruition. So if you genuinely subscribe for Theobarth, for AGPGN, for UAAG, for St. Rita Foundation Improvement Program, and etc., and you have completely fulfilled all the requirements for disbursement, then continue in your thanksgiving as the alert hits your bank accounts. Don't start. The caveat here says that you should not start to panic, especially if you hear that others have started receiving alert and you did not get one. Simply identify which of the grants that is being disbursed at that time, momentarily at that time, and wait for your turn. Wait for the turn of your own organ disbursement from your grant handler, as definitely if your details are still very much intact, if they have not been maligned, if they have not been swept under the carpet, if they have not been exchanged, if they have not been dusted, definitely once alert is being distributed, the fund is being distributed, you should definitely get yours too. So in simple terms, if you do not genuinely subscribe to Sanctuary Wealth Multipurpose Foundation or UAG grant, and you heard that they are disbursing first, please don't start having high blood pressure, because you can only reap from where you casted your seeds. Yes, and you will definitely get it if you subscribe to that organ. So if AGPGN are disbursing and you didn't subscribe to that organ genuinely, please ignore their celebration. You can thank God, celebrate with them, but shouldn't say why what? You never did spread your seed there in the first place. You don't need to join them to start complaining. You can only join them. You're permitted to join them to rejoice. Like the Bible would say, rejoice with them that rejoice. So this time around is a celebration. So you are permitted to join them to celebrate. The same thing applies to UAG. The same thing applies to Theobarth. All the organs that we have subscribed to. Once it is time to celebrate in great deal, join others as yours too would come. So in few days ahead, we will be witnessing celebration galore from different grant subscribers. All right, that is that about that. We also have a very nice submission again. You need to listen to this precisely. It says, Happy New Week to us. The voice note was given in English on another platform, but translated to Yoruba for Southwest people. The CEO of Peculiar Treasure. Oh, this is wonderful. In fact, I had it in mind to translate the Yoruba version of that submission from Peculiar Treasure CEO. I wanted to transfer whether transcribe now or interpret that. Transcribing means that you have to start retyping it or something, but this one is so you have to interpret it from Yoruba. I wanted to interpret it to English language, but thank God, I think this is just it here. So this is what the CEO of Peculiar Treasure is saying. He said that we should give much thanks to God for his mercies upon us in the grant community because of Theobarth grant disbursement that is coming. Secondly, he said much thanks goes to the President of Nigeria, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, for hastening the Theobarth grant to be paid in time so that the economy of Nigeria would boost. He said much thanks to Iyaloja General, Mrs. Folashade Tinubu, Ojo Pibat's daughter, who God used to push Theobarth Global Foundation into disbursing the grant. He also said that the meeting was held 3 days ago and all the important personalities were there, and they ensure that Theobarth grant should be disbursed or paid fast enough. The CEO also say that signing of Memorandum of Understanding, which is the MOU, is going to be online this time around and not in Abuja. He further added that Ambassador Newman, that said it in one of his voice notes, did so because he wanted to use the opportunity to know some of the people he registered in his NGO. But nobody is coming to Abuja to sign. All mother NGOs have been liaised with on how they will sign up the Memorandum of Understanding. Then fourthly, he said that this Memorandum of Understanding is different from the one that many NGOs have signed with Theobarth before. This one was just created by the federal government afresh for Theobarth. Did you understand that? That there was the MOU that was signed before with Theobarth. But this new one is different from the former one. This new one was just created by the federal government of Nigeria afresh for Theobarth. So let's get that clear. So you must have to sign again. And the fifth point that he mentioned, he said, now on what is going on in America as a result of what President Trump said on his inauguration day, he said this will affect Nigeria's economy negatively. That is why federal government, under the leadership of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, now want these grants to be disbursed as fast as possible so that people can pour it into business in order to boost Nigerian economy. He then congratulated all the cluster heads because all of them will be paid with their 1,000 beneficiaries as opposed to one bundle or two bundles allocation, or biscuit bundle allocation, 5 naira bundle, tomato bundle allocations, and the rest of them. We had a lot about shifting of bundles in time past from 1,000 reduced to 2 bundle allocation, at a point to 1, then it surged again to 2. But now we are seeing it back to 1,000 based on this submission. So then there is a warning to all here that says the CEO begged and pleaded all of us to invest our funds well so that it will continue to yield more dividends for us. He also said that money is a spirit and a stranger, that we should entertain it well when it comes so that it will remain with us. Money has become a pet. Then he said that it's Miss Folashade Tinubu Ojo is a woman like man in facilitating this Theobarth grant disbursement. May God help us to keep all these and act well on them. Okay. So that is the submission coming from the CEO of Peculiar Treasure NGO, and he spoke all of these things in vernacular in Yoruba, and we just had to interpret it right now to English language. So for those that also understands Yoruba very well, you can listen to the to the voice note. Yes, the voice note in Yoruba, it will still be uploaded on our channel here. You can listen to it quite well enough. And for those who don't understand Yoruba, that is the reason why we had to bring this right now in English language. So you could see that all pointer leads to what we are saying. Disbursement is what we want, and disbursement we would have. Disbursement we would have. Definitely disbursement we would have. So it is confirmed that in few days ahead of us, Theobarth is going to disburse. What's the name now? Sanctuary World Multipurpose Foundation is going to disburse, and other ground of its like St. Rita, they are going to disburse. So put your house in order, put your trust and confidence in God. It cannot be better than this.